Alright, never mind. Another airstrike. So stupid. Always hated airstrikes. Our entire team is just stuck.
Target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired.
That was a horrible match. Go to hop in something else while I wait on the mech. Yeah, it's... got struck twice, arm gets taken off, the wing's pretty much useless. Yeah, I got quite a bit of notes on the, you know, people's opinions, thoughts on quirks. As far as which ones sort of need adjustment or why, and of course there's plenty of feedback out there. I think the toughest thing is obviously sorting through, there's a lot of opinions of what mech should get what. I think at the end of the day, that's where, you know, PGI, the design team, just has to make the decision as far as what mechs do get what, and how do they want the mech to be played. You know, when you look at the Centurion 9D, or any mech that tries to do multiple things at once, it's going to fall short if you just looked at them, you know, by this. That's why, like, the Centurion 9A, no one takes AC-10, and, you know, they always take SRMs. Now, is that how the chassis should be? Well, I think that's where the quirk system can sort of mitigate the deficiencies of it. Centurion 9D is a perfect example. Give it a high rate of fire of the LB. Give it some other bonus benefits of SRMs. Now you've got a mech that you can actually run around in that's semi-stock, you know. Not saying stock builds should be promoted fully. I think there are cases where that's just not the case. Like, for instance, Cicada 2B, it comes with 2 medium lasers and a flamer. That's not ever going to be optimal, so you have to look past that. But there are some things that I think are useful, that you just sort of have to look at them in their. If you want to promote a mech being stock like the 8Q and stuff, you have to treat them as such and work around their deficiencies. So, like an AC-10 by itself, a lot of people won't take just an AC-10 by itself, right? It's especially on a 50-tonner, it's a lot of weight to put towards a one weapon system. Plus, if you have missiles, anyway, so it's a tough thing. I think the quirks are definitely in the step in the right direction. Step in the right direction. I think phase 1 was a good step. I know there's people that don't like it. I think though the majority of people do. It's, I think the biggest thing I've seen is, it restricts, mech customization. But I have to disagree, man. You don't have to use a mech like that. And you've even seen people who don't. Look at the Jaegers. People are using them for the dual AC-20s instead. Getting a velocity increase or maybe a slight cooldown. I think the benefit of having a quirk system is it does chassis and variant diversity. I think that's a huge thing. I think if you don't even talk about that, you're missing probably one of the biggest things about the quirks, is the amount of different mechs you see on the field. And there are so many different configurations that you can try. And it's not just cookie cutter, because we all know what mechs you were taking before this. Stormcrow, Timberwolves, right? You'd want to take out your 4G, but you'd just get rolled like there was no point. So,
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online.
I think, it needs a lot of work. But I think it was definitely a first attempt that went fairly well. Let's see if I can do a little bit better this round than last.
Target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired.
Ooh, wow, that just ripped me apart. And I got someone behind me. God dang it, dude. My right arm's crit now. Have no luck. Today's not my day. Let's chop it up to that. Moto, dude, you're just ranting just to rant, man. I told you, things need adjusted. There are some that need overhauled as far as their quirks. Yeah, some of them miss the mark, but I don't think that's like saying, oh, well, the quirks are just horrible.
New target acquired. New target acquired.
Yeah, Moto will always be Moto. I mean, I do appreciate it as far as like his viewpoint. It's just, dude, like we were just talking about, some of them need adjusted, some of them need fixed. Like what else?
New target acquired. New target acquired. Target destroyed. New target acquired. Target destroyed. New target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired. Target destroyed. New target acquired. Damage. New target acquired. New target acquired. Target acquired. New target acquired. Built-in ammo at 25%. SR depleted. Target destroyed. New target acquired.
I think the Cent D is one of those examples. If you were to like look at the Centurion 9A and you were to handle it in the same sort of way as the Cent D, and you weren't looking at what necessarily the players have done just on the stock chassis, stock hardpoints, and obviously the evolution of the Cent 9A has been, oh well, okay, an individual AC-10 isn't really gonna work with energy and missiles, but hey, it's got 3 missile, and so we can take 3 SRMs and medium lasers and do a zombie build, right? But if you were to look at the Cent 9A, just like the Cent D of saying, we want emphasis on using this ballistic hardpoint, which I can get, then, you got to give it enough, fire rate, possibly cooldown with rate of fire. You have to increase the range, maybe even velocity, one of those two, and then promote either missile or energy, which obviously most people would run AC-10 to mediums or medium pulse, or so I think if you were to do that and you look at the 9A, that's something they could actually do that promotes the stock, but it also sort of promotes the whole idea behind the Cent. And I know that's another thing, is like, I know sometimes the idea of a mech in BattleTech lore just isn't possible, right? Like you can't buff the Cicada 2B by itself, 2 medium lasers and a flamer. Okay, got it. Can't do that. But a Centurion, if it's supposed to have ballistic, energy, and missile, It's very difficult to do that, but if you were to look at the Centurion in that light, just like the 9D, I think you can actually achieve that. Albeit, it's going to need some buffs in those particular areas. It may not be what everyone utilizes on it. The player could still strip it down and still do a zombie scent. But if you do take this particular setup, it would still be, you know, functional. And I think that's where the quirks can sort of offset some of the performance, the negative performances of some of these in their stock loadouts. So I'm not saying you follow Battletech lore canon like, oh, it comes stock with an AC-20, you know, so it should always do that. But there are mechs that it's not an optimal build, and because the AC-10 by itself is too much weight, it can be better effective, you know, with 2 energy and the 3 missile. But if you were to promote that, I think it goes either way. So all right, let's go back to the wing. Well, Slow, I don't think it's necessarily buffing mechs. I think maybe you were making a comment as far as in regards to that. I'm not saying you buff based on solo or group. I'm saying is if you look at Battletech in general, some of the stock mechs just are never viable, even if you buff the it's very little. So you have to look at the mech in multiple levels. If you looked at the offensive capabilities, defensive, movement, you know, what it is capable of carrying. You know, if it only has 2 energy hard points, it's going to be limited on what it can carry. Oh, they're in the CT, so realistically you can't take 2 large lasers, you know, even if you have the tonnage, right? So you have multiple layers there. What I'm saying is there are builds that come stock that actually could be viable if the rate of fire or if it had more armor or internal structure in certain locations. Like, you can offset some of the inefficiencies with, I guess quirks to where it is used. Now, ultimately what the player does with it, or even comp scene or a vet player, like someone was just saying, Rakon, he takes AC2s on his 90H, not an AC20, but he's still getting the benefit of some of the AC20, the generalized quirks. So it's interesting how that works. Like, it's like I said, reference to being this Centurion 9D. It may not be the end-all be-all, but it's definitely better than it used to be, right? And when you look at it from the stock perspective, it comes with an LB10 and 2 medium lasers. So here you have a quirk system that's promoted the stock sort of build, right? It's the mech is supposed to be this like auto shotgun, right? Like, that's the whole point of this, the Scent D. And well, now it's great, you know. So if you can do that, that's where I feel like the quirks, like, if it can promote the stock build and emphasize sort of what that mech was supposed to do, like the Awesome 8Q, it's supposed to be the PPC, you know, 3 PPC boat or however many. It's supposed to do that. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that if that's the way you take it. It's just sometimes there's going to be edge cases where it's not going to work, and you have to, you know, they're going to have to do what they do.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal. Target acquired.
Oh, I got Colonel Nail over here as well.
New target acquired.
Wow! 6 large pulse Banshee. What? That thing's about to die.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
What? That just totally happened.
New target acquired.
Come here, Jenner. Ah, I just missed him.
New target acquired.
I really don't want to get hit by that dire wolf.
New target acquired. New target acquired.
I'm gonna go have to support this so it doesn't wreak too much damage.
Target acquired. New target acquired.
Oh, I got the hit. Don't know how I got the hit, but I got the hit.
New target acquired. Target destroyed. New target acquired.
Ow. Oh, that so hits you.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
Couldn't get him. It's alright. I love seeing all these Centurions, all these different mechs. It's fantastic.
Target destroyed.
Not a bad match. That C-bill bonus. Look at that. Mech bonus. Premium bonus. Somebody see bills. Ah. Alright, it is 4 o'clock. I have got to go ahead and end it here. The wife is coming home, and I've been going for 3 hours. Anyways, guys, I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me. And we've been playing some Macro Online. And again, happy birthday to all my brothers and sisters out there. Marine Corps birthday is today. Anyways, guys, have a great day. Again, if you don't follow us on Facebook and Twitter, make sure to do so. And if you don't follow us here on the stream channel, you should hit that follow button. That way you guys get email notifications. But if you follow us on Twitter and Facebook, it's more reliable as far as, hey, when we go live. I just want to say a big shout out to you guys in chat. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. And maybe, just maybe, this put a smile on your face. Maybe you enjoyed watching me suffer earlier with no wins. I don't know. Maybe I got a win. I don't know. I know I got wins today. Just earlier was a little rough. But again, you guys are awesome. Thank you again for coming out and hanging out. And don't forget, if you'd like to support my socks, you can do so by heading over to my Amazon wish list. I don't know. Maybe you like socks as much as I do. I don't know. I run a lot, so I need lots of socks. So support Phil's socks. Anyways, guys, have a great day. We will be back tomorrow afternoon for some more Macro Online action. And yeah, you just gotta go home and create your own mech porn while I'm gone. Actually, Laura's coming up in about an hour, guys, on NGNG TV. She will be dropping in about less than an hour, 58 minutes. She'll be here for you guys. All right, guys, have a great day. Until next time, Mech Warriors. Peace.